Brexit, Jean-Claude Juncker says chance of deal has increased. The chance of the UK and the EU agreeing a Brexit deal has grown in the last few days, the head of the European Commission has said. Speaking to the Austrian press, Jean-Claude Juncker said that while he was not sure an agreement could be reached by October, it could be by November. Foreign Office Minister Sir Alan Duncan also expressed optimism that a deal could be reached before December. The UK is due to leave the EU on March 29, 2019, but there is still no agreement on some issues, including how to avoid new checks on the Irish border. Asked in an interview whether an agreement could be reached at the next meeting of European leaders in mid-October, Mr Juncker said, "We are not that far yet. But our will is unbroken to reach agreement with the British government." He also reiterated his position that a no-deal scenario would not be good for either the UK or the EU. EU officials gave an upbeat assessment of progress in the negotiations on Friday evening and reported a better atmosphere in talks over the Irish border, that prompted sterling to rise against the euro and the US dollar. It comes weeks after head of the European Council Donald Tusk said Theresa May's Brexit plans were unworkable. Both sides had hoped to finalize the so-called divorce agreement and agree a statement on their future economic cooperation by the October summit. But last month, the EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier said that if both sides were realistic there could be an agreement by November, when a special one-off summit has been arranged. Please upgrade your browser. Your guide to Brexit jargon. Enter the word or phrase you are looking for. /form. The European Commission is also considering whether to publish an analysis of where the two sides agree on elements of their future relationship. It could appear alongside the EU's latest contingency plans for a no-deal scenario, which will be released next week. Speaking on BBC Radio 4's Any Questions, Sir Alan Duncan was also optimistic about the prospects of a deal. "We are in the art of the possible here, and from what I see in government, I think that we will get a deal, be it in October or November at the two consecutive summits," he said. The positive comments came as The Guardian reported senior Conservatives had been in private contact with a number of Labour MPs to persuade them to back Theresa May's Brexit deal.